Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing Midwest. Out here at the ponds today on a beautiful overcast day. Got a little bit of a cold front rolling in. Temps are in the mid 50s to low 60s. It's been fluctuating throughout the day. Started off the day throwing swim jigs. You know, I'm trying to focus on that reaction bite because it's a cold front in early summer. Not a whole lot of fish on like the football head jig or the Senko, so I really want to focus on the reaction bite, but not your typical ordinary reaction bite, not like a crankbait, spinnerbait, or jerkbait. Reaction bite in the sense of throwing swim baits, swim jigs. Those are also considered to be reaction baits as well. If you think about them in the fact that you are continuously reeling them in, you're working them really fast, and you're trying to cause a reaction strike if you bump up against a log or a rock. And like I said, I started off the day throwing swim jig. Not very productive. I caught a lot of numbers, but not a whole lot of size, and I know I could get some bigger fish. So what I'm about to do is switch over to that DarkStar Swimmer bait, and I'm going to show you how to rig these guys as well. You know, the swim jig was kind of small, it's not like a 3/8 ounce because there's a lot of grass around here, but I really want to focus on this, just this plain DarkStar Evolved swim bait, and how to rig it, because I didn't do a really good job of showing you guys how to rig it and how to use it in my last video. So stay tuned, and hopefully we can get some fish as the midday bite continues. Catch you guys later. So right here we've got the 4-inch DarkStar Evolved Swimmer, and we've got a, as you can see right there, a 4/0 Gamakatsu screw lock swim bait hook. And all we're gonna do with this is really simple and really easy. It's got a little spike right there, and what you do is you just stick that right at the nose of the bait, and then you start twisting. And what that does is it just locks that bait in place, keeps it from flying off when a fish kicks or something like that. Kind of screwed up on that, but that's alright. It'll still stay. And I usually screw it all the way until it gets to about the line tie of the hook. Keep going a little bit there, so that bait for sure isn't going to fly off. So once I do that, I turn it back on its right side up so that the laminate side is on the bottom. And what I do is I just bend it back, and I bring it through kind of like I would rig a Texas rig. And a lot of people think this hook may be too big, but you put these big swim baits on a small hook, and you won't get the best hookup ratios on them, just because the big hook complements these DarkStar baits. And also I just like throwing a bigger hook, since if you notice this is a weightless rig, and the bigger hook adds a little bit of weight to it, a little bit extra weight. And it's an awesome little rig. I throw this on 20-pound test. And enough talking, let's get out there and catch some fish. Just got this little guy off camera, right at the corner of the mouth too. She was just kind of hitting it with it and running off with it. But very nice bite. Lost one right before this. No toad, probably about a pounder. But first fish after switching to this, probably about my 20th cast too. You know, not a bad start with a swim bait. So I'm going to go back over there and see if I can get some more on camera, so stay tuned. Mwah. Peace. Ooh, choke. Choke. Look at that. Got another one about the same size as last time. Right at the roof of the mouth this time. She popped it good. Come on, get it. Ooh, man, she was hooking nice. Right at the roof of the mouth. Yeah, probably about the same size. A little chubbier maybe. Fought real good though on that 7.3 graphite rod. Nice fish. Going back for the release. Stay tuned. So like I said before, we're not fishing a big lake today, just fishing a little pond for fun, since it is Memorial Day, and I just want to relax and place to fish. So, to start off with, showed you how to rig this swim bait. I'm going to show you what I'm using. I'm using a 7'3" Kistler, I think it's the magnesium, and this is a 7'3" medium action swim bait rod. This is designed for swim baits. It's a micro guide rod. It's got a very nice tip to it. I use it for my jigs, but I also use it for some of my bigger swim baits, kind of like my medium-sized swim baits. I'll throw anything that's under like an ounce with this. And I've got it rigged up with a Lew's Tournament Pro speed spool. This is a Team Pro, not the Tournament Pro. Team Pro speed spool right here. It's a 7.1 to 1 gear ratio. And I got 20-pound Cabela's floor carb on here. And all I'm going to do pretty much with this swim bait, cast it out there where I see some wind, and I let it sink for a couple of seconds, then I just slow roll it in. I give it a couple twitches, I let it stop and just let it sit there. A lot of guys will just dead stick it. You can do that too, catch a lot of fish, but I like adding a little flair to that bait, you know, just to get those fish to hit it. And again, you're trying to cause a reaction strike. Since there's not a whole lot of rock or timber down here, it's mainly grass, I try to create my own reaction strike by jerking that swim bait around there. And it's got a really cool action in the water, I'll show you here in a little bit, but this bait has got a lot of character to it, and that's why I really like it. And again, the bait itself is pretty heavy too, so I can just not even throw it on a weighted hook. I like throwing it straight up, and it produces a lot of fish that way too. I mean, if you're fishing in 5, 10 foot plus, then I suggest throwing a swim bait hook on it. But again, that thing's really fast, so I just straight up throw, you know, weightless.